I wanted to show you guys something. This is where I keep all my herbs. You're like, what the hell is this? We'll get to that, calm down. This is, oh, get out of the way. This is where I keep all my oils and my other dusts and stuff that I've made. Got some dragon's blood there. And then if we follow these things, we got grow lights for my tiny babies. Look at my tiny babies. These will be dead soon, but they're my tiny babies. These are the 3 plants I can never seem to keep alive. I used to be able to keep spider plants alive and just propagate babies. And I used to have a giant dumb cane. And I used to have a really long ivy. But you know what I don't have that these guys really like? South-facing exposure. I've got nothing but shitty east-facing. I only have 1 of these plants, and now I have 2. Well, technically in here, there's like 4 or 5 little plants, but I have this guy, and we've got grow lights on them, and grow lights everywhere. These grow lights are on a timer, so they run for 12 hours from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. every single day, and they turn on and off automatically. It's quite fun. Okay. Let's get to the actual point of this video because we've seen enough of my stupid intros. Hello? Hello? What's your name? Are you Miss Pippies? Are you secretly named after a charmed character who can blow up demons? Is that your name? Where are you going? Where are you going? Okay, the camera doesn't like to follow you around like this. Are we going under here? Remember the low light situation we were talking about? You tiny little furball. Hello, tubies. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing fantastically fabulous. Could you imagine if these were lit and I just put my hand like right here? Yeah, don't do that. You're like, what's this? This is Boone's offering. Now, I've got all these other things that we eventually have to get to, but have you ever noticed that when you put something on your altar, maybe you're working something, blessing an oil, whatever it is you're doing something on your altar, and if you move it, if you touch it, if you look at it the wrong way, it's like the spirits or the entity that you're working with is like angry at you. So tonight, to finish up this 3-day process, I know it's probably been longer than 3 days for you people. I'm very sorry. I have been lazy and I'm trying to get my life back on track. So just give me a moment to do all of that. So the first night we made this oil and we called upon the spirits. I did a lot of other things. And on the second night, we called upon Boone and we shared a drink. And I exposed the fact that demons exist. And if you don't believe me and you think that was some weird staticky thing, that's fine. You do you, but I believe that that was Boone because he or something made contact and imbue this oil with a little bit of their spiritual essence, if you will. Right when I was talking about what we were doing, right? And that is my highest viewed video on TikTok at the time of this recording. It's at like 800 views, right? You expose a demon and you become somewhat TikTok famous. So, and we're almost at 300, or maybe we're over 300. I don't know, but we're growing really quickly on TikTok. Like just growing. Now, if I could get all of those people onto my YouTube channel, oh girl, and trust me, I pimp out my channel on TikTok like it's nobody's business. And just, I pimp it out. I pimp my channel out, right? Help me on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, pimp my channel out. So, tonight's kind of ritual, or how we end this, is we spend some time with the spirits, we light some candles, right? And we burn some incense and we be in their presence. So you can probably hear the outside world. Again, that's your fault, not mine. Oh, we need you to melt a little bit more. This is why I love having a torch. I just melt things onto other things. You're like, that's not gonna stay. Trust me, it is. The amount of wax that I melt onto these things. Oh, okay, you break off. That'll give me nice flat plane. And like I said in my previous video, again, linked in the description down below, these are kind of like God and Goddess candles, except not really. Can we like stay a little straighter? There we go. Anywho, so when I started my craft, back when I was a wee young thing, right? Like back in the dark ages of the internet. I'm looking for a coal. Oh, I found one. I've always had 2 candles. And then the bigger pillar ones I've always used as like, I've always had 5 of them. And I would put them around me in a pentagram and that would be my circle. I was poor. I still am poor. I'm very poor. Anywho, if I keep growing at this rate on TikTok, I'm gonna be able to go live on TikTok. And if I can go live on TikTok, oh girl. Oh girl. So we're gonna dress this final white candle. We don't know why we haven't lit these yet. See, I use white candles to represent the spirits. And by placing these 2 or placing workings in between the candles, or placing these candles around there, it's like a gateway, and it's like the spirits can come through in incense form, right? They can come through the gate, and they can accept the oil. And the incense here that we're going to be burning is some neg champa. I really like the smell of this. And it's very earthy, and it's very sandy, and it's very sweet. And it's a really great offering for the spirits if you can't get your hands on something like patchouli. So when dressing this candle that I'm doing down here, this is just like I said, it's the final candle. And this one, this isn't where we need to be crazy or put mass intentions into. At this point, we've already asked the spirits to bless this. We've asked Boone to bless this, and now we light these candles and place these on here as a way to seal the deal, if you will. If that even makes sense. Does that make sense to anybody? I hope it does. Okay. Now these 3 white candles that I have here are kind of like, oh wait, I don't want to light those yet. Kind of like there are 3 candles that I place here to represent the 3 candles in the front. So the 3 candles in the front bring the spirits forward, and the 3 candles here, I guess at the back, which would be the front for you guys, are, I don't want to say a wall, but I'm gonna say a wall. It's a wall that's just like, okay, this is as far as you go. Because I'm essentially creating a space for the spirits. This whole space encircled by candles. The spirits come, they accept this offering, and they go about their business. And this oil, as I said before, can be used for many things, actually. You know, I was told last night by the spirits that I could use this oil for cursing, I could use this oil for protection, I could use this oil for money, for blessings, for love, for anything that involves calling upon or working directly with the spirits in some fashion. And And I love to work with my spirits when it comes to things like money and protection and love and just, you know, I invite demons and I work with them because I get the results faster. But with spirits, right, you want that divination, you want that, you know, you want to know what's happening on the other side, you want to hear that chitter chatter, all of that fun stuff. So I light these candles back here. And we leave Boone's drink alone. I usually leave it until the tequila's gone, or if it doesn't leave in a couple of days and it's starting to turn that dark, disgusting color, then I will dispose of the tequila in a dead plant. I always keep a dead plant on hand to dispose of tequila in. And finally, we light this candle and we invite the spirits and we ask that the spirits be here, and we offer up the last of this. Okay, how do I do this? We offer up the last of this incense. And really all you have to do is just be with your spirits. Feel that energy. Feel it radiating around you. Feel it in the candle flames. Feel it behind you, in front of you, beside you. Breathe it in. And just allow the spirits to bless the oil and accept the oil. And in this case, it's spirits of the dead, spirits of the earth, spirits of the land. That's why there's lots of white candles. You know, when you're at a wake or you're at a funeral, there's lots of white candles. Right, so we represent the spirits of the dead, and then we've got some earth around us. We've got some earthy incense. We've got the spirits of the earth and the spirits of the land, and then we just call upon our ancestors. I don't know who my ancestors are in terms of if I have any that were in the craft, but I call upon the memories of the ancestors that I know of that have passed. And we just ask them to be here, to bless this space, to bless this oil, and to fill this space, and to guide us in the directions that we need to go, and in order to achieve the things that we want to achieve. Right? Like, it doesn't need to be that difficult. So I'm gonna spend some time with my spirits, and I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you got something out of this, and I love all of you, even if you don't love you. Oh, we're back. I wanted to show you what it looks like from my side where I'm sitting, because you guys got this weird top-down angle. So I was like, what's it look like from my side? This is what it looks like, right? This is like so Instagram worthy. This is like literally the definition of Instagram. I don't intend to make it Instagram worthy. It started out looking pretty and I wanted to keep things clean, and I was like, okay. So we're just gonna build like a spiritual court, I guess, or a spiritual palace, or a spiritual altar on top of an altar. Like, right? Like, we've got the 3 candles back there with the incense burner. We've just got some crystals because crystals are pretty. And then we've got 2 candles on either side of this oil that's surrounded by parsley on top of Boone's sigil. I really like the way the wax is melted down around this, but it leads to questions of how I'm gonna use or access this oil, right? So, okay. And then we've just got some of the incense burning, and finally 3 candles back here, right? So just very, very pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go now, I promise. Bye, I love you.